Here are the canned goods that I like to use for my Crockpot chili, or you can use an Instapot as well. I use about 4 cans of diced tomatoes. My grocery store has chili style specific tomatoes, so I use those. I also do a can of diced green chilies. I put hominy in my chili, black beans, the big can, and then also the sweet corn. I pour in all the contents of each can except the hominy and the corn. I drain these two before I pour them into the pot. I'm going to chop up 1 bell pepper and the rest of this red onion. Bell pepper chopped up and the onion. I'm going to put about half of my bell in the pot. And half my onion in the pot. I'm going to put the rest of this in my pan over here. I have some olive oil that's heated. I'm going to put the bell pepper and the purple onion in the pan and saute it for about 5 minutes, and then I'm going to add my ground beef. That's about a pound of ground beef. When I'm about 2.5 minutes into sauteing the bell pepper and the red onion, I'm going to add about 1 tablespoon of minced garlic. You don't want the garlic to be in there the whole time and burn, because burnt garlic is nasty. Alright, my veggies are done sauteing, so now I'm going to add the ground beef. And you can do ground turkey if you want, or you can do no meat. If you want to go an extra step healthy route, you can also dice up some carrots and blend them with the meat. So these are the seasonings that I use for my chili. I got the Lowry seasoning salt, chili powder of course, garlic salt, cumin, smoked paprika is the bomb. I don't know if you've tried it, but I love it so much more than regular paprika. It gives like this smoky flavor to food. And then you got cayenne pepper. So I season the meat with all of this, and I don't use measurements, just season to taste. And then the key to having your crock pot ingredients have a flavor is to season them as well. And also remember that with crock pots, it's easy to lose flavor because of all of the moisture and the juices. So you'll want to add more seasoning than you normally would to, say, like a regular pot on the stove. But just start off with a little, and you can always add more versus, putting too much. So I already put seasoning salt on my meat, and I'm going to come over here and put seasoning salt in my pot. I'm going to put garlic salt on my meat, and then bring it over here to the crock pot. Hit the meat with chili powder. Chili powder in the crock pot. Cumin. Cumin in the crock pot. Paprika, as well as in the crock pot. And last but not least, the cayenne pepper. Give it a little heat, and in the crock pot. Then I'll mix my seasonings in. So we're browning the meat. I always like to cook the meat beforehand, just to make sure that it's cooked all the way. and also it gets those flavors in a lot quicker. Stir the pot of seasoning. So I have my setting right now on temperature high, and ours is 6. Probably when it comes down to when 2 hours pass, I might change the setting. When 4 hours pass, I'm gonna change the setting to low for the last 2 hours. Look at all those colors. Alright, you get the gist. So stir in the seasoning. Alright, so I cooked the meat probably for 5 to 7 minutes, basically until brown. And you're gonna, if you have a high fat meat, then you'll want to strain the oil out just so that it's, not in your crock pot. I'm gonna go ahead and add this to the crock pot now. Alright, it's in there. I'm gonna mix it in with the rest of the ingredients. Okay, so I have the meat in there blended pretty well with the rest of the ingredients. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the top on and leave it alone. Sometimes I'll put it in there and I won't touch it at all until it's time to serve. Or if I have some time, I'll go in and stir it a couple of times. But you really can just leave it alone. So I plan to cook it for about 6 hours. So right now I have it on high, 6 hours. Probably after 4 hours though, I'm gonna change it to the low setting and cook it for 2 hours, depending on. But you can always taste it and feel the texture to see if it's to your liking. It's time to plate it. So for my garnish, I have some Mexican shredded cheese, lime, and apple. So I'm gonna put some lime on there. Some shredded cheese. I like a lot of cheese. Some avocado. And that's it. And let's give it a try. Super hot. And that is it. Thank you for checking out my chili recipes. He's my husband. Don't forget to subscribe and comment below if you'd like to see some more recipes. And also, if you want to use an instant pot instead of cooking it all day, you can cut the timing down to about 30 minutes, maybe 20 minutes. And that's it. So don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Bon appetit. Yum.